Hello, today we'll be speaking to Rajesh, the product manager at RedBus. Hi, Rajesh.
Hi.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what RedBus does?
Sure. So RedBus is a bus ticket aggregating website where customers can buy bus tickets for various buses across the country. So we have over 700 operators and over 20,000 buses right now with us. It is easy, it is convenient, and we are one of the first websites in the country to come up with something like this. So we have been one of the innovators in a lot of ways in terms of the features, in terms of the website flow, in terms of the support, in terms of a lot of things. And in fact, we were actually awarded one of the 50 most innovative websites in the world, right? So we were a part of a list along with Facebook, Google, and the rest. So yeah, that's how it.
Yeah, that's really great. Also, can you tell us a little bit about how you got into product managing and how you got here to RedBus?
Sure, absolutely. Internet is something that fascinated me since an early age. So I think I developed and created my first website when I was in my 8th or 9th, and that was a time when there was no internet and very low internet speeds in India and stuff like that.
Dial-up modems.
Yeah, dial-up modems and the song of the modem every time you wanted to connect. But it was something that fascinated me. I was not really sure what I wanted to do in internet. All I knew is that I want to work for an internet company. I want to create websites, right? So maybe the seed for product management came into that. At that stage in my life, I joined an internet company early, right from my college, and I joined them as a programmer. But when I started working in an internet company, I saw that the most critical part, or the person who is responsible for differentiating a website or a web product from other competitions was a product manager, because the product manager was responsible for understanding the customer needs, the customer requirements, was responsible for coming up with features, was the person who was the most creative person in the room. That person could come up with creative solutions for a complicated problem, and at the same time there is also the fact that the moment you put up something on the website, you get immediate feedback, right? So immediately get how customers are reacting to a feature, and if you are on the right track or no. So this aspect of the job really excited me a lot, after that I moved on to a company called Book My Show, and at Book My Show I was privileged to be a part of the original team. So we were handling a lot of different things, and there I found my true calling for product, right? So primarily because of two reasons. One, because I was solving a problem that was local to the country, right? It was a purely Indian problem, and two, it was something that nobody else has done in the country, right? So these are the two things that actually attracted me to product management. And when I moved to Bangalore, RedBus became one of the first choices of startups that I had, and that is how I joined RedBus as a product manager.
Okay. And as a product manager, what is it that you really do on a day-to-day basis?
So actually, if I have to break it down into 3 or 4 big categories, right? So I'll put them in under revenue, analytics, features, and customer. So anything that I do is related to one of these 4 buckets, right? So if I have to break it down further, I would say the revenue aspect of the thing would be me understanding how is the sales graph looking like, right? Are we meeting our expected numbers? If we are not, where are we dropping off, right? What are the routes that are selling? What are the operators that are selling? How much revenue did we actually make? And so on and so forth, right? So that is one important aspect of a product manager's job, because the product manager is responsible for the profit and loss of the product, right? So it is product manager's responsibility to ensure that the product that he is put up on for customers to use is profitable. So this becomes a very important part of the job. The second, I would say, is features. So it is always important that the product that we put out in the market is constantly evolving, right? Because there are tons of competition out there in the market, and it is very critical that you are always 2 steps ahead of the competition. So features and new experience, new features is something that you should always be aiming for, right? So there is always 3 or 4 features that are currently in the engineering pipeline. So I spend a lot of time with the engineers to figure out if things are in the right track, or what needs to be done if there is any input that is missing from the product manager's team. Similarly, the product manager will, or at least I will, spend a lot of time in understanding or in prioritizing the next set of features, right? So one set of feature is already there in the pipeline. So what are the next things that we'll do, right?
Yeah.
So what are the next things that we'll prioritize, and how will it affect the overall business and revenue is another thing that I look at. Then another important aspect of the business is analytics. So analytics in terms of customer behavior, right? So who are your customers? How many times are they coming to your website? How many of them are return? How many of them are first-time customers? Where are they coming from? How are they interacting with the website? Where are they dropping off? What are the what are the buttons that they're clicking on? How are they proceeding with the booking flow? Are they dropping off somewhere? What are the reasons why they're dropping off? So there are so many things that you can do in analytics, and that is one extremely critical part of the product manager's job, because analytics, it is only when you analyze your current product and your current features, you will come up with new features or ideas to improve on your existing features, right? So that is extremely critical from my point of view.
Yeah.
And then obviously the most important part of the thing is customers, right? You need to interact with the customers almost on a daily basis. I mean, if it is not possible daily, I try to do it at least once a week, right? So talk to customers, pick up the phone, take up customers who are have recently transacted with you, talk to them, try to figure out what are their problems. Are they expecting something from RedBus that you are not giving?
Yeah.
Or just randomly walk into a boarding point and talk to all the customers who are waiting there for their bus. That gives you tremendous insight on the actual customer psyche, which you might not get through a survey or through a feedback form. So it is very critical to actually listen to what your customer has to say. So yeah, I would say these are the important categories.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if someone was to be a product manager, what kind of skills and attributes would they need?
Yeah. Sorry.
Would they need to be good at leadership skills, communication skills? What kind of skills do you think they would
Sure.
need?
Sure. Like I was saying, that the product manager, is pretty critical, pretty essential to a product. So he pretty much interfaces with all the different, departments in the company. So be it finance or customer support or technology or marketing or XYZ. So the product manager has to be extremely people friendly, or he needs to be a good people person. Because a good amount of your time in the office will go to talking to different people, right? And not just in the organization, but outside the organization also. So more often than not, you are the face of the company, and you'll be interacting with a lot of agencies and all other things. So it is important for you to be a good people person. Second is, it is very important for you to have good mathematical and analytic skills, because you need to analyze what's currently happening on the website, and similarly build models on top of that, right? You need to be extremely creative, because in the end the customer has various different choices in the market out there for doing what he's doing with you. So you need to be very creative in terms of coming out with the right and a good feature for the customer. And at the same time, you need to have a lot of other skill sets. So basically, like I was saying, right, a product manager is a master of, jack of all trades and master of none. So you need to know marketing, you need to know engineering, you need to know design, you need to know analytics, you need to know a lot of things.
Okay, and if someone was, they felt that they were destined to be a product manager after the 12th grade, what kind of college courses do you think are available which they should take?
Sure. So I would recommend doing an MBA, because in MBA you learn a lot of different aspects of the business that will help you when you become a product manager. In case if somebody wants to become a product manager for an internet or a mobile device, there are a lot of user interface designs and courses available out there which will probably help them. So yeah, these two things I would recommend.
Yeah, and in a degree level, do you think they should do engineering or take up business?
An engineering degree would help, because going forward you will be interfacing with a lot of different engineering teams. So having a little bit of engineering knowledge will help you in the long run, because you understand how an application works.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm sure our viewers will really enjoy this video.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.